Research shows that 70% of digital transformation initiatives fail, and the main challenge isn't the technology, it's the people. When individuals feel left out or overwhelmed at work, they resist, and resistance slows progress. But there's good news. Companies that prioritize the human side of change are 2.6 times more likely to succeed. Let's talk about the transformation gone wrong. Lidl, the German retail giant, spent 500 million euros on an ERP transformation, only to scrap it. Why? Because employees weren't involved. The system didn't fit their workflow, resistance grew, and the project collapsed. They're not alone. Top-down change rarely works, especially when that change is driven by externals who don't completely understand the internal operations of an organization. If you are leading a PLM transformation, the most valuable thing that you can do is listen. That is because the best transformations don't happen to people, they happen with them. Most transformations fail because they start with a grand vision but lack human connection. Expensive consultants are often brought in, dazzling leadership with frameworks and roadmaps, but these strategies overlook a critical element: the people who actually make the transformation work. When employees aren't heard, they disengage. They see new systems as a burden, not an enabler. They resist changes that don't make sense in their reality. They feel alienated by decisions made without their input. A simple truth: people support what they help create. When employees see their ideas and concerns reflected in the change, they don't just accept the change, they own it. Some leaders worry that listening too much means losing control, too many opinions, too many requests. It can feel overwhelming, but the truth is, listening isn't about losing control, it's about leading with empathy. Empathy doesn't mean saying yes to everything. It just means understanding where people are coming from and making space for their concerns. When people feel heard, they're way more likely to get on board instead of pushing back. A simple shift: think of a transformation as co-creation instead of a top-down decision. When people help shape the change, they don't resist, they help drive it forward. Let's take a look at our 5-step framework. 1. Prepare. Map the landscape before you begin. Before diving into conversations, make sure you take the time to understand the context. Who are the key influencers within your organization? Who naturally drives change? Who might resist it? These people are ultimately going to shape the success or failure of your transformation. Start by identifying internal influencers, those with informal leadership who people trust. Change drivers, individuals already invested in making things better. Blockers, those who might resist change and why. Have relaxed, informal conversations with these people. No pressure, no agenda, just listen. This will help you understand concerns, motivations, and existing dynamics before launching into structured discussions. 2. Create a simple, structured questionnaire. Once you have a sense of the landscape, design a questionnaire comprised of 10 to 15 questions split up into 3 to 4 categories. Example categories: vision. Is the vision clear and understandable? Current situation. What's working? What's frustrating? Digital thread. How does data flow across teams? Where are the gaps? Opportunities and challenges. What could make your work easier? What worries you? Keep your questions open-ended, yet focused. Your goal isn't to get surface-level responses, it's to spark conversations and get detailed insights. 3. Organize a series of short conversations. Now it's time to talk. Set up at least 10 conversations with key people you've mapped out. These should be casual, open discussions where employees feel comfortable sharing their thoughts. At Share PLM, we use Miro to record responses, with 1 post-it per idea. This makes analysis much easier later on. 4. Analyze responses and find patterns. You will need to make sense of the insights that you have gathered. Find common themes. What are people consistently saying? Use direct quotes. They add authenticity and make your report more compelling. Test your insights. Share them with key influencers first. Do they agree? What would they add? At this stage, your goal isn't to propose a solution, it's to create alignment around the organizational challenges. When influencers feel heard and involved, they will help you drive the next steps. 5. Run a collaborative workshop to move things forward. Now it's time to bring everyone together. Organize a workshop to go through the findings, connect them to the vision, and get people to start thinking about solutions. Why this works? It shifts the conversation from problems to possibilities. It turns resistance into ownership. It builds momentum for real, human-centered change. Once you've discussed challenges and opportunities, turn them into action. Make a plan with tangible steps that unite people and keep things moving forward. However, in order to keep transformation alive, you need to make these conversations a habit. At Share PLM, we recommend holding feedback sessions at least once a year. Regular conversations ensure that people stay engaged, Challenges are addressed early and your transformation keeps moving forward. The more employees feel involved, the stronger your transformation will be. Because at the end of the day, people don't resist change, they resist being left out of it. If you want to learn more, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel or connect with us on LinkedIn.